Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we are Real Estate Jerky Daily, and we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate you, Mike, being here too.
Yeah, I got here just in the nick of time. I had to save a squirrel.
Did you?
No.
So you ran it over.
I ran it over. Yeah, I saved it from its misery
of the Bidenomics.
Bidenomics, because they do so well. Things are so much better under Biden.
Well, I took a picture off of Fox News, because I know they're showing U.S. consumer inflation. Sorry, let me get over the mic.
Yeah.
Groceries are up 25%. Restaurants are up 24%. Rent's up 20%. Electricity is up 25%. And natural gas is up 29%.
That's, it's still economics.
But they're saying it's so much better than what it was.
Well, they lie.
Yeah. They actually call it the big lie now. They lie about everything.
Yeah. What I like is they were talking about.
This is not a political show, by the way.
No, it's not. But some incremental improvements, like it's down 4%
from being up 30.
It's still up 30%. Yeah. It came down from the 34. It came down from the 29 to 25%. That's not really an improvement.
They saying it's like the guy of the Titanic, the captain of the Titanic, coming out as the ship's going under and going, we have good news. We're identifying as a submarine.
Put a positive spin on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what because I mean, Jean Robert or whatever her name is just ridiculous when they come out and they say what they do. Come on, let's just state what the problem is. I mean,
how does she sleep at night?
I don't know, but Carter's going, thank God I'm not the worst president anymore.
They took one for the Gipper.
And consumer confidence came in today at 101, which is above the 99 it was last time, but it's still down. It's still way down. So, I mean, you reach in this environment, you reach for anything of good news, right? That's basically what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Anything is good news. Case-Shiller came out. I don't know if you want me to get into this.
Yeah, Case-Shiller.
Case-Shiller came out, which is the leading indicator of property appreciation, reveals a 0.7 increase in home values for September. Since January of this year, home prices have went up 3.9% higher than the previous year.
And that's a consistent rise.
Correct. So July marked a new peak in home prices, according to the Case-Shiller, which suggests a potential 6% annualized appreciation rate through data. That's just through data through September, right?
Across the nation.
So it could be higher than that, but it is the latest data indicating widespread growth across all 20 surveyed cities, not companies, cities. There's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And if the FHFA came out today, which yeah, exactly. We'll get into that later. And that the difference between that report and Case-Shiller is it looks at single family homes with standard loan sizes, conforming loan sizes, and they don't include, cash if you pay cash for it.
And they don't include jumbos.
Correct. It's just single family homes that is conforming loan amount. And right now they're going off of 750,000 is what the new conforming loan limit potentially could be. Actually, they're thinking it's going to be higher when it comes out. And if it came out and I missed it, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be coming out anytime. So that's so if you look at FHFA house price index up 0.6% increase in September, year over year, 6.1% increase.
That's big.
So I thought we were going down. I thought we were having a bubble.
No, it's a bubble. The bubble is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, no, the bubble is the fact that it's in your mind bubble. You're just losing opportunity. So if you look at the general trends of appreciation, it's up, and we're going to see more. So if you look at the 5 U.S. home appreciation reports, I'm sorry to laugh because they call Case-Shiller, FHFA. Here's why I'm lying. 2 more. CoreLogic, Black Knight, and then Zillow indicate a continuous home value. Right.
Zillow
I can tell you right now, I can see the values continually go up.
Yeah.
I think the only place that you see a difference is in some of the unique areas, and we'll just use Modesto for example, Del Rio, College area, Loma. Sometimes of the year, depending on what's sold, your house is worth a lot of money,
right?
And sometimes of the year, your house is not worth a whole bunch,
or it's just flat. Yeah,
right. I'm just saying because then in the Brady area, I mean, sometimes of the year my house is ridiculously expensive, and sometimes of the year it's just okay.
Yeah,
and you have to be careful with that. So when you're trying to sell, I would not sell early spring like February, March. I would wait till April, May, June. Then it's much easier.
Yeah. I've got to sell my dad's house since he passed, and my sister was kind of a squatter there for a long time. And
why don't you just buy her out?
Oh, well, it's because I don't want the house. And she's finally out.
Did you hear me? Out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite. She's finally out. I can finally get it on the market, and I'm looking at when he passed, and if I could have gotten it on the market in May, the difference in the amount of money it would have sold for to today.
Is it that much lower?
It's
or just the amount of, because the rates were higher then.
Well, about 50,000 lower.
Really?
Yeah, and partly is foolishly I didn't go through the house very well. They lived horribly, and it's a lot worse than I thought it was.
Okay, so that's kind of where the problem is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a double-edged sword.
Gotcha. And one last thing I have is the apartment list rental data came out, and they're showing that November rental report shows a 0.9% decrease in rents for the month.
Really?
Yeah, with a 1.1% decline over the past year. I think we brought it up yesterday. There's been a lot of multifamily properties coming on the market,
right,
that were built. They built a lot of them, correct. And so that is what's helped with the rent. So but the positive thing is that's going to show lower shelter costs in the upcoming CPI and PCE reports. So hopefully those will come in better, and rates will continue to rally like they've been doing for the last 3-4 weeks.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Because we're up 12 basis points today, which is not a lot, but I'll take 12 every day up for the consistently.
So
keep
much
going
better
forward.
than being down.
Yes, it is. Because there's nothing worse than a Debbie Downer.
Little doggy dinner to quiet that pup.
So I mean, that's really the news today when it comes to my reports that I come up with every morning. I don't make them, but I sit there for about an hour. We drink my coffee and go get in all this information.
And then start transferring it over. Are you able to cut and paste, or do you have to type it all out?
I'm not giving up my secret. Does it matter?
No, it's still there.
And I'm using my Star Wars cup today.
Oh, I'm using my golf and dinner benefit women's flight winter 2019.
I know you leave it all the time everywhere you go.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. I've left it a few places. I still got both of them.
So more of the story is next year we're going to see house prices go up even more. There's limited inventory. I was reading this article that just before, and I didn't have time to put it in, and they were talking about new home sales. And if you look at the seasonally adjusted estimate for new homes right now for sale at the end of October was 439,000.
Okay.
This represents a supply of 7.8 months at the current sales rate. Okay.
Wait, I'm confused.
New home sales.
Oh, new home. Okay.
New home sales.
Got it.
So when the supply is 4.3 months and below, it's excellent for the builders to build.
Right.
Okay. When the supply is 4.4 to 6.4 months, it is just an okay market for builders to build. All right.
Okay.
When the supply is over 6.5 months, the builder will pause construction. We're at 7.8 months.
So
when you're seeing
coming,
well, they're already pausing.
Yeah.
So and people are going, why aren't they building? We need more housing. We need this. Well, you look at those numbers. That's what they go off of.
Yeah.
And so when things change fast, like rates drop a 1% or 2%, they can't react as fast as somebody who has the house and can put it on the market.
Right.
And so you're going to see, I think next year, more existing home sales come back on the market just because of that factor. People have to move. They want to get out of their abusive relationship. I'm talking about the rate, not their family members.
Right.
and because that's why I keep saying that low interest rate is like being stuck in an abusive relationship. It's not that bad. It's great. And it's not that bad what you want, but it's limiting you. So if you want, I would say go buy the other house and rent this one out. And then you offset the difference in the payments.
I think that's a great idea. I've always thought the more real estate you keep as a single person or a married person, don't sell your real estate. Keep it.
I'm sorry, a hypocrite.
Me?
Yeah, you have a house and you're going to sell it because you don't want it because it's your dad's house.
Or, well, yeah, a hypocrite. But yeah, I'm talking about it both sides of my mouth. But okay,
I'm just saying,
you look at my dad's house, and I would have to dump a ton of money in it just to rent it out. And
that just goes against what you have to give your sister anyway.
Well, I understand that.
Make her pay for half of it out of what she would get out of the house.
Look, this is like when you have
I understand
a completely infected arm that's about to kill the rest of the body. What do? You chop the arm off.
You get a better doctor. That's what I would do.
Give me better drugs.
Give a better doctor and have them do the right antibiotics.
This is my completely infected right leg. I need to chop it off. and just get.
I'm just
done.
giving you bullshit because you're into that house
I know
for a lot less than if you bought that house as an investor. Is what I'm getting at.
Right.
I know it's a lot of negative personal stuff. Do a T account, positive and negatives, and see if it's. And I know this is how everybody should do it. So I'm just picking on you and my.
That's
employee,
not me barking.
No, that's the employee barking.
There's some dogs outside.
Well, there's nobody outside. It's I'm sure a delivery person or somebody coming. I tell you, these people we're on air. Don't you know this?
I mean, it adds a bit of reality to what we're talking about.
Correct.
The world's going crazy. The dog's barking.
Well, that's what you get when you put your studio in your house, so that's easier to be done.
Pretty nice studio, though. You did a good job.
Thanks.
So
it makes it so much easier. I don't have to leave the house in the morning. I have everybody else show up here.
Exactly. It's kind of nice.
I'll be right there. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee.
Because I got me some Premier Protein.
Well, I know I did it at the office, but it's just so much easier because especially the late podcasts, early podcasts, people,
Yeah.
I don't.
Are you? What's going on? Are you on radio at all this week, other than us on the weekend?
No, just us.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I've actually scaled back on the live radio. It's just my problem is I'm already negative enough with when I search this stuff and when I go live radio for
other topics,
Mike Douglas and somebody else, and I really have to look into this stuff. I just get. It's like that statement that I don't read the newspaper anymore. I step over it because there's nothing in there I can change, but everything in there can change me. And that's basically what happens.
That's very deep.
When I have to research for those other live shows.
Yeah.
And I know I can do it now. I've done it multiple times for the last couple of years. It's just not what I want to do. Yeah. I mean, if it's about, the election that night or that kind of stuff, yes, I'll do that. But if it's every week about what's going on, and I mean, it was like that subject that I did one time when I talked about that less people are going to the church because that was on Mike Douglas' show, as a pastor. And I mean, half the people were negative and half the people were positive. That's how we are with everything. But I'd rather talk about real estate and mortgage stuff, which is not a downer thing. You know what I mean? It's not, yes, we do a little jabs at the current administration. We don't care who it was. If they're doing what they're doing, this Republican, independent, or anybody, we would be knocking them the same way.
Absolutely.
I mean, when they mess with your dollar, your money, I don't like it at all.
I don't know anybody. Well, I don't know a lot of people, but I don't know anybody.
You know a lot of people. You've been here your
that is better off, but that's better off today than they were 4 years ago.
Did you see that Democrat politician who said, just like Reagan said, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help? It's not what Reagan said. Reagan said the worst 4 words, five words you could hear is I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, you aren't. Misquote.
Yeah, you can spin it all you want, but that's not the statement.
You remember? I got to research it, but he warned us of Nancy Pelosi. Said this woman has no business being in politics and in a role of being in charge. She's consummate evil person, and
she proved him wrong.
And she proved him right.
She's still here.
Yeah, but he can't think, and she's dead. He's dead.
Right. Well, the problem with her is the fact that she is the number one for insider trading on every stock and everything you can be. And back in the 90s, I know this is still negative, but when Visa came out with their IPO, they gave her founders shares.
Right.
Which, hello, you're Speaker of the House.
Right.
Why are you getting founders shares from Visa? Well, we know why. You kept every bill that would have been against them for the next 6 years off the floor.
Yeah. And then, there's something that says, why isn't she in jail? To me, I mean,
well, because it's okay.
No,
it's only bad if a Republican does it.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm saying it's only bad if a different party does it, according to them. They can do no wrong. Everybody else does wrong.
Right.
And now we're getting political, which I didn't want to get to, but what are you going to do?
Just check when you go to. We'll see the same things happen if they get in charge of the Senate.
Well, just remember when you go to vote, just look, just like Greg, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? If you are, vote the way you think you should vote. If you're not, I would make a change. And don't wait. I hate to say this, but don't waste your vote on an independent. If you don't vote or you vote independent, you're just wasting your vote.
Yep.
Because a lot of people, I won't vote for either one of them. Well, you just did.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Make it a great day.
Make it a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll have some numbers of Stanislaus County, and I think there's an increase in listings. So,
well, I hope so.
That's my belief.
All right. Everybody make it a great day. Thanks for being here. Mike, thanks for being here. And
Thanks
if you
for
like
having
what
me.
we do here, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's Ed Parcaut, Real Estate Jerky, and Mike Kelly Realtor. Correct?
Yeah. And you know what? Ask us questions. Get in there. Get in.
Bone.
It did not sound like a bone.
No, it's my AirPods.
You get some concerns, you got some questions, you want to know things, give us a shout out, ask us some stuff.
Or stop Mike while he's walking by.
Yeah.
And then he'll talk about it the next day.
For hours.
Yeah. All right. Make it a great day.
Have
Thanks
fun.
for being here.